Hey guys, it's me. Sorry I haven't made videos anytime soon. Sorry my hair looks ratchet. I just got done closing the store and it was wet. So, sorry I haven't made videos or anything. I know that I've been the worst YouTuber ever. I kind of wanted to make a video today, you guys, because I need a lot of input. I need a lot of advice. I need a lot of encouragement. And if I cry a lot in this video, I do apologize. I'm going through a lot. And believe it or not, it's not baby related. Because there are other things in life besides that I struggle with. So I know I told you guys that my husband and I were opening a bakery, and we have. We've been open since the 28th of October, which I do believe Saturday was 3 weeks, maybe? Anyway, and boy, has that been a struggle for me, in more ways than one. And let me just disclose this. I don't mean to sound like I'm a victim, as I'm told a lot by my stepmother. I don't mean to come off as weak. I am human. I am not perfect. My name is not Jesus. It's Tanya. And there was only one perfect human being, and that was Jesus Christ. And sorry for the preaching, but so to start off, so we did open the business and it's been going really great. So at first, I decided to bring my brother and sister in. Well, actually, this wasn't even my idea. It was my stepmom's idea, because my brother, he has some issues, and we thought, okay, they thought it would be helpful. And I thought, okay, well, yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. I think maybe it will help him. And then my little sister, she just kind of wanted to join. And I told them from the get-go, I can't pay you guys a lot because we're starting. I don't really know our profit from here on out. And I get it. They're 12 and 13. They're children. But if you expect them to come to my place of, business, and you want them there so that they can learn something, don't expect me to treat them like a 12 and 13-year-old. I am going to treat them that way. However, I'm also trying to teach them responsibilities. And it's not that I am a bitch to them or anything like that. But long story short, it became an issue. So I've learned my lesson to never, ever involve family with business, because it's hell. Just because I didn't pay my sister one time, she went and told my dad to tell me to pay her. And then when I did pay her the little bit that I paid her, it wasn't enough. And I did recently hire two ladies to work for me, because I can't do it on my own. Physically, it's taxing. Mentally, it's very taxing on me, and I don't have to constantly be on their case to not stand around or to wash a tray or whatever it might be. And I thought that my siblings being there was to help them, but at the same time, yes, they're helping me. And I kind of took that into consideration, and I thought, okay, well, they're not here all day long. Yeah, my little sister did help. There was a few Saturdays that, before I had these ladies, she would go with me and I'd pay her, but she never mentioned to me, what she wanted from me. And so I didn't, think, okay, I feel like if I give her $10, $20, it's good. She's only 12. I'm not even supposed to be having her there. I'm doing it so that they can learn something, and because my parents asked me to. So that being said, that was a big mistake on my part, and I paid for it pretty good. When my stepmother decided to pretty much blast me and over text, and said that I am ungrateful, that ever since I hired the two Mexican ladies that I hired, that I've turned into a beast. Let me ask you guys something. And maybe, it's it's just like a, if you're in the same, you know, life. But opening a business, it's not a piece of cake. It's very stressful. It's taxing. It's, I feel like, honestly, you guys, I was not prepared to what I was going to get myself into. And yes, business is going great, but there's just a lot. And so when she said that, it really hurt my feelings because I feel like every time that they do something for my husband and I, they always throw it in our face. Every time she would go get us some food, I'd always ask her, here's some money, and she'd be like, no, 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 that's what family's for. Okay, well, when we had this argument, she decided to text me, well, I've spent so much money on food. You went to Burger King, McDonald's, and you got like burritos and soda. Oh, thank you so much for spending so much freaking money on my husband and I. After I told you I'd give you money and you said, no, 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 that's what family's for. That family does not throw that shit in your face. And then for her to be like, I spent so much gas going back and forth to the store when I know for a fact my dad put money, gas, in his tank with my business card without my knowledge, which I did find out. And I still offered them gas money, and she did put gas in the tank. And I know this is personal stuff, you guys, but it's really gotten to the point where I'm always made out to be the bad guy with her. I'm always the one that's come out to be ungrateful, a bitch, a beast, as she calls me. And she always throws things in my face, always. But I don't go throwing things in their face when I give you money so you can go see my grandma in Florida. Or wait, when I pay for your whole entire family to go to fucking Disneyland for Christmas because I love you so fucking much. I want you to have a good Christmas. Yeah, I don't throw that shit in your face, not once. But yet you can throw everything in my face. Everything. And that is legit, you guys. I don't know how to handle it. I literally just told her, okay, I can't handle this anymore. I feel like you treat me like I am a child. I am a grown-ass woman. You don't do that to family. You don't throw things in your face. I don't care how angry you are. I always try to think before I say something because those words you can't ever take back. Once you call me a beast, after you don't even know what I'm going through, and you try to defamate my character or who I am as a person, you definitely don't know me. And if you think for 1 second that I'm ever going to forget that, I don't. I forgive. I've forgiven this woman, you guys, for years. Years. We're talking here. And they do this all the time. And at first I got upset at my husband because he never says anything. And well, neither does my dad. But he sure defends his wife, and my husband doesn't do shit for me. And it upsets me. And I told him, I said, why don't you say something to him? Well, what do you want me to say? And I'm like, just say something. Like, why do I always have to feel like I'm backed up in a fucking corner and nobody defends me? Like, honestly, I feel so much betrayal from my family. Like, we didn't even have a Thanksgiving because she decided to let fucking petty shit get in the way of family. And she's always bragging about, oh, family, family. It's all about family. Bullshit. It's bullshit is what it is. And ever since I was little, because I didn't really have a normal childhood, and I didn't really have the family that I yearned for, I'm always in the back of my heart wanting that. And so when I do get it, I'm super happy. But when shit like this happens, it's hard. It's hard to not become a different person it's hard to, like everyone tells me, just, you just have to harden your heart, and I'm not that person. I don't harden my heart that easily because I'm a very loving person. I feel like I get taken for granted a lot by my family, and they don't know how much I adore them. And that's fine because they expect me to be perfect. And instead of talking shit out, they rather tear me down into pieces instead of understanding each other. And it's ridiculous. And so that was drama number one, which I've learned. Do not mix family with business, with your personal business, because you will be in this shithole. That ruined a lot for me because, you know, Thanksgiving is supposed to be a time with family. Christmas is around the corner. You know, my sister's gonna come here from Florida, and they're pretty much gonna want her to be with the kids. And, you know, she knows where to hit me where it hurts. And so, and I don't want to deny that to my little siblings, you know, for my sister to see them because they don't get to see her a lot. But I'm like afraid to even give them Christmas gifts because I'm afraid she'll refuse them, because when my dad came to get his turkey that he had in our fridge at our work, our bakery, I gave him $100 and he said, "What's this for?" And I told him, I said, "It's for all the food and gas you guys spent on us." And he said, "Okay." He took it and he left. And I texted his wife and I told him, I said, "I gave my dad $100 for all the food and gas you spent on me and Ernesto." And he comes back 10 minutes later and tells my husband, "Cassie doesn't want this." And I was like, okay. And I was hearing everything. And I was just like, she's such a prideful human being. Like, just take the money. Why won't you take the money? Because you feel like an asshole for saying what you did? Or just because you're too prideful? Because I don't want you holding shit over my head ever again. Ever. That is my reason for giving you the money. You complain and you throw shit in my face all the time because they're good deeds for you. But yet, you just can't. I don't care about the money. But most certainly you do. So he left or whatever. And so I'm just afraid if I give the kids Christmas, she'll just refuse it, and that will be a dagger to my heart, because she is someone that would do that, because she has always been that way. And I've given her so many chances and thought that things were different, and it always comes back and slaps me in the face and tells me, nope, she's still the same person. As are you, stupid for dealing and forgiving and allowing yourself to be slapped in the face over and over again. Here I go playing the victim like she says I do. I don't have any reason to lie about my life. I'm a pretty open damn book. I'm very blunt, as many people know I am. Sometimes I can't keep my mouth shut when it comes to how I feel, my emotions, anything. If you piss me off, I'll tell you, but I try to do it in a way that I'm not going to hurt you. And that's just who I am. And I always have been. You know, have I turned into a beast? Sometimes I might. Yes. Because I'm stressed. I deal with, you know, making sure that I'm at the register, making sure that I make payments for bills, make orders for the store. I take care of a lot of shit. And people don't know the stress that I'm under every day. Especially when I only get one day off. And I feel lost. You know, the whole shit with my family totally took me out of whack, and I would be lying if I didn't say that I feel like opening this business, I was not prepared at all. And I'm not gonna lie either and say that I feel like my marriage is not the same. I feel like it's strained it a lot. A lot. And here comes my husband. He's gonna hear me crying. I feel like it's strained my marriage a lot. It's in ways that I feel lost. I don't feel love for anything, including myself. And I wish that I could help those feelings, but I can't. Because, number one, feeling hated by your family is incredibly painful. The feeling of rejection is incredibly painful. Being stressed at work, physically in pain. I'm forgetting about who I am, or who I was. I'm forgetting what I want out of life. I'm gonna be 33 in less than a month. And where a lot of people would be like, oh, you have a lot to be grateful for. I am. I'm grateful that I have a home. I'm grateful that I have a great husband. I can't say that I'm grateful for family because apparently I don't have any. I'm grateful for my sister, grateful for my dogs. I don't know where else I'm grateful about, because the only time that I get any sort of rest from feeling the way that I do is when I'm sleeping. I'm in a very dark place, as I told my husband. I'm not happy. I feel like I'm lost. I've lost a piece of me. I've lost the sense of time. And I'm sorry this video is like super long, you guys, but I needed to do this to let you know what's been going on. And if you've had any similar circumstances, I would love some comments and some advice on how to deal with it all, because I don't know how I'm coping with it right now, except for when I sleep, because I don't have to think about it. And sometimes when I say that I feel like this is straining my marriage, is because when I told my husband today, when we finally sat down to eat something, you know, I told him, and I told him, I just said, I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't foresee this in my future. I didn't, you know, you're a very optimistic person. You dream and you make it, etc. But I'm not used to that. That's just not who I've ever been. And maybe that's a bad thing, but that's just who I am. And I was just being open and honest. And I can't ever talk to him because he just goes to this place of like, well, then let's just talk to the landlords and maybe we can just close the business down. And he just always goes to this place where it pisses me off and it closes me off from talking to him because he just doesn't get it. I'm trying to explain how I feel. I'm not saying that I want to close the business. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just wanting him to hear me out, to know how I'm feeling, so that I don't feel alone in these thoughts that are in my mind, especially when I'm being selfish. When I'm being selfish and I'm having selfish thoughts. No one gets it. If you're not in someone's place, they just don't get it. It's hard to understand me when he's in this place of not understanding. Like, I don't even know how else to explain it. I don't know what else to do. I don't know how else to explain myself. I'm gonna be 33. I don't have children. What am I here for? The whole drama with my family, like, what purpose does that have in my life for me to keep going through the rejection over and over again? What is the point? What is the reason? What am I supposed to learn from it? Someone tried to, like, explain that to me, because it is the hardest feeling, and I get it. My husband is my family, and that's what I should focus on. But you guys don't understand. I love my siblings. For my stepmom to be like, oh, you've hated your older brother since he was born, and he's known it since he was 1. Bitch, kids can't sense that shit that young. Are you stupid? And why would I hate him? You tell him that. I love them, and they use them against me because they know that it hurts me. So I think that's why I have such a hard time with that. Because if I didn't see her, I wouldn't give 2 shits at all. My dad, yes, my dad doesn't stand up for me, and I understand. It's his wife, but I'm his daughter, and he's never stood up for me, which is fine. Totally just booped you there. So I don't know, you guys. I needed to vent. I needed to kind of put my feelings out there, because I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I'm struggling, and I'm having a hard time hanging on this time. Dealing with everything. Dealing with my shitty family. Dealing with her store. Dealing with my marriage. Dealing with me. Losing who I am. Losing my spunkiness. Becoming this person that I don't ever want to be. What is my purpose here? I wish I just knew. What am I doing here? If I have family that don't care, if I have family that is constantly saying I'm this person, a husband that right now I feel like is more occupied with the bakery than, his wife, because that's how I feel. What is my purpose? What am I here to learn? What am I here to do? I struggle with finding in my heart to not be selfish and just go away because I can't handle it. The sadness inside is ridiculous. And yes, I take medication for it. But even that's not touching it lately. I don't know what else to do. I'm just so lost. I'm lost. I'm sad. I'm sorry that I've cried this whole entire video. I needed to get it out. I needed to vent. And while I know that not a lot of you have possibly not dealt with what I'm going through, I feel like it's my only outlet. Because you guys don't know me, and it won't be biased, and it won't be... I hope that it's honest and kind comments. I'm sorry that it's been like the longest video I think I've ever made in my life. I really appreciate you guys, and you know, I watch all your guys' videos, and when I can, if I have time. Lately I have like no time, zero time. And I don't know. I just wanted to say thank you guys, and thank you guys always for watching, even though I don't post a lot lately. I just need some words of encouragement that I will get through this and that it will all be worth it. Because right now at this point, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that each and every one of you is doing really well in your lives, and I know that sometimes, you know, with the whole baby thing, our minds get clouded and not a lot of people understand us. I understand you, and I send you guys a lot of prayers and a lot of love in hopes that you guys can all feel fulfilled one day to have that little piece of you that you've yearned for many years. I will be signing off for now, and hopefully next time I see you guys, I will be in a much better place mentally. Don't worry. Love you guys. Wish you much luck in baby dust. Thanks for watching. See ya.